like to see, but something playing with it. Reel, it's on there.
No?
No?
Maybe.
Yeah, reel it in. Yep. Well, two-person effort here. Trying for striped bass again. Hold this so he doesn't get away. Well, it's not a bad sized one. Hope this gizzard's still alive. I'll put him in the water real quick. Just watch him. See if he's still alive. Yeah, still moving. Early morning, striped bass dragging, pulling, whatever you want to call it. A nice bass. That's cool. This is officially the third fish on my rig. I've been wanting to test it to see if it can actually catch fish because I'm using a crank bait clip with a circle hook, which is kind of what you're not supposed to do. But the first fish was a bass, like this one, bigger than this one. And then second fish was a striped bass, a good sized striped bass. And now we got this one as the third. Typical striped bass fishing. And the water may be a little bit too warm. They haven't really been running the dam upriver. And we've got like 66, 67 degree water. It's on the higher end of what they like. So we might move more towards the dam, and we're starting to get a little rain today too. Let this guy go. I think we might want to move. So we're at the end of what I normally drag this area. I usually stop right about here. Yeah. I've got my two biggest gizzards out. And these have been in my bait tank for about a week in 80 degree water. And I think I've acclimated them to this, cooler water. And I'm going to continue to use these two bigger ones, but I do have some smaller ones just in case these guys don't make it. I'm going to have my buddy Clint here watch them and make sure they don't get crossed when they're in the bait tank, because we're going to put them in the bait tank and then just move upriver a little bit. At least we got fish in the boat. That means not skunk. It may not be a striped bass, but kind of what I expect when I'm striped bass fishing. There's the other one. 30-pound fluorocarbon. I'm actually using a swivel now. 30-pound mainline Andy Monster. This is kind of a test setup. All right, time to move upriver. Still 66 degree water up here. Oh boy. Okay, guys, slow the boat down. I go about 0.5, 0.6 miles per hour when I'm doing this. And right now, because I just stopped the boat, we're going at 1 mile per hour or more. There we go. You had one job. A little twisted. It's not too bad. Hopefully. There we go. Where's my planer boards? Oh, bird's nest. Seem to not be able to avoid these, even with this good line. Oh, come on. There we go. Here's the other one. Feeling lucky today with this rain and low pressure. There's got to be a striper in here somewhere, ready to eat one of my gizzard shad. Something jumped back there?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're in this section. Well, we got a lot more activity in this area. There wasn't anything really splashing back there or doing anything. Even though we did get a bass, but there was nothing to indicate there was any fish in the area. But I've already seen 2 or 3 splashes happen here. So maybe something will eat it. I think I got them set good. Let's see what happens. I noticed they took the radioactive signs down. Put up the big red warning signs. It's on top again. Keeps doing that, he's gonna get smashed. Could be a bass following him too. Well, it looks like the radioactive creek didn't have anything. I gotta make sure I don't get them tangled up on something on the shore now. We're probably gonna drag, I don't know, or technically this is pulling. We're gonna pull these for maybe 100 more yards, and then I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe we'll run up to the dam, see what it looks like. We are going to try to net some gizzards after this, which is going to be a separate video. It keeps coming to the top. We lost a big one, me and the other dude in his boat here like a week ago, and it hit out in the middle. It makes me wish I had one more rod out, out in the channel. Instead of getting a third rod, since I broke one of them, I broke it. I ended up getting the bumping rod, which I haven't used yet. I need to use that too. And I guess stay tuned. Hopefully we'll get another fish in the boat. That gizzard is just asking for it. I called it every time we go by that tree. Still hitting it. There it is. You get hooked?
Yep.
Grab it, it's yours. Bring it in. It's always a bass on that tree. Oh, he got off, didn't he? Oh, he's still hitting it. He fished it all the way to the boat. Well, bring that one in. Oh. Yep. Well, he went from one to the other. That's a good one. Well, if you're a bass fisherman, you know what tree to go to win a tournament. Ow, ow, ow. Took the gizzard too, or knocked the gizzard off. Another bass. I guess you could call me a bass master. Well, I mean, that's worth it. I've said it a dozen times already, I don't do striped bass trips, I do mixed bag trips. So, hey, that's a fish that I like to get in the boat on a mixed bag trip. Even if I'd rather have a striped bass, but hey, I'll take them. Look at that. Nice one. All right, I think we will run up to the dam and see what trouble we can get into up there. All right, there's nothing at the dam, so we have moved back downriver to try one more spot. And then we'll be done with this pulling of some of these gizzards. Probably need to reposition my camera here a little bit better. There we go. Planer board. We only have small gizzards now, so I guess we get to see if a big striped bass will eat a smaller gizzard in this area.
You got a big one.
There's a big one in there?
Yep.
Ooh. Something splashed back there.
Creek.
Where's my other one? There's my other rod. With my sunglasses on. Don't really need those. Oh yeah, that's not bad. I'm just hooking him right through the nose. Wow, they're planer board. I have been putting these like 40 to 45 feet out based on my cold water line counters. Have not come up with a perfect system yet. All right, I think that will work. Getting leaves and stuff on the planer boards causes them to end up behind the boat instead of to the side. A lot of leaves in the water here because we have no current to push them to the side. I have to do that several times, or maybe I might just, leave them behind the boat. I'd rather have them as close to this bank as possible because there might be stripers on this bank, striped bass. I think I just realized I wasn't recording when something went after the gizzard shad. It chased it literally out of the water and jumped out of the water. And I think it was a little like 30-inch muskie, just a small muskie. And that's about the only action we've seen here. And I don't know. I'm probably going to pull this another 100 yards and then call it. At least we got 2 bass in the boat. Yeah, just a really slow day. Not seeing anything anywhere. They're not really running the dam enough. Tons of trash in the water. The leaves are getting on the planer boards, messing them up. But hey, it's better than being in the office, being out here on the water. Let's see if this last 100 yards will produce a fish. Leaves again. All right, I think we're going to call it. Gave it a try. At least my gizzards did pretty well. They were in like 80-degree water with my home tank because I haven't found a way to chill it yet. And I put them into my 20-gallon bait tank with a big block of ice overnight. And then when I got on the water this morning, I emptied it out about halfway and then filled it with the colder water. And yeah, it didn't really shock them. I think it woke them up because that one was actually literally swimming away from whatever was chasing it. I've seen these literally act like mullet, where they're running away from whatever's chasing them. So, hey, it's working. Now, all I need to do is get more gizzards, maybe bring some thread fins, and someday show you guys what a full mixed bag trip would be with, my bait tank. I've been doing it with, large minnows and shiners, which means only whatever bites them at the dam. But if I have big gizzards, I can have a chance at a striped bass. Go for striped bass for the first hour of the trip, and then the rest of the trip, go to the dam, catch a bunch of fish. Now, as always, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to actually watch my video. I really, really appreciate it. And hopefully one of these times when I try this, I will catch a striped bass in my boat for you guys to see. So just stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed, and thanks again for watching. I do hope to see you next time.